I'll make you proud of your boy. Proud boys, stand back and stand by.
How is it? I saw Enrique still going strong, tweeting away like nothing happened.
Yeah, I spoke to him.
When did you talk to him?
I think Valentine's Day or the day before.
What'd you guys talk about?
No, he was just like, hey, man, your favorite FBI agent. That's actually good, Enrique. And I was like, yeah, I still love you. I don't know what
Why?
This adult shit is.
You have no backbone.
What do you mean?
Like with that REDBAR thing at Compound, you just totally folded and fucked over Keith and Anthony.
That's not true.
Because you didn't want to rock the boat with REDBAR.
What do you mean fucked him over?
You kept hanging out with REDBAR after REDBAR had fucked over Keith and Anthony.
I was on their show, but I never said anything disparaging about anything. Yeah, no, I hung out.
Why did you go on their show?
Because he was like, listen, we're not going to talk about it. Listen, I'm not going to crap on them while you're on the show.
So, but why would you go on the show? You just showed disloyalty.
I guess if they really need it, these are grown adults. That would they be?
That's not what loyalty's about. They don't need you.
Louis J. Gomez went on REDBAR. I mean, other, know, that's just adults going on.
But you were trying to work at Compound. You're trying to be part of the Compound family.
I was still, yeah.
So before, you fucked over your family because you have no backbone.
No, you're getting the timeline all fucked up, and you got them on the network in the first place. So it was
that was before they had fucked over anyone.
Yet again, it was a slow roll. So first they made fun of Mike Fanoia, which is funny because we didn't like him. Nobody liked Mike Fanoia, so he wasn't part of the family.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Stunk, and everybody knew it.
Yeah, but you don't make fun of someone when they're on your network. They're part of your family.
Okay, I mean,
it's called not having character, not having any sense of
maybe it was
a team.
It was a hazing thing, but he was the new guy, and his show was underwhelming. And anybody that I talked to on the network was just like,
yeah, privately, but that's not the problem. The problem was
it's not like
he totally fucked over Keith's advertisers
before he did
they damaged the brand, and you kept hanging out with them and appearing on the show because you didn't want to rock the boat.
You're getting the timeline.
That's why Keith didn't want to hire you.
You're getting the timeline
because he didn't trust you after that. They never forgave you for that.
His feelings.
That's why I wasn't allowed to bring you to Anthony's house.
I've been to Anthony's house since. What are you talking about?
I know, but initially after that, it was like, don't bring that Ryan guy. He stabbed us in the back.
Why would you bring me?
That's what Keith said.
We weren't close enough for you to bring me anywhere. You and I at the time. Like, we didn't, it wasn't like you brought me places.
Yeah, I could have brought you to that.
I've been to Pat's house. I mean, Pat brought me to Anthony's house. I've been to Anthony's house.
Yeah, after they got over it, the dust settled, I guess.
I don't think that was as big of a deal as you thought it was. Because
okay, I guess Keith was lying to me.
Well, I mean, I don't think he was lying to you, but...
I
ejected myself from that situation before it got real bad when they were attacking Anthony and stuff.
You didn't get out in time.
Well,
I remember it well.
All right. Well, that's according to them. So how did we get here in the first place with the other thing?
Because you still love Enrique, despite him being an FBI informant.
Well, the guy...
Still love you.
Well, here's the thing. They were co-defendants. This is what I'm hearing. That the Grow House people, he's like, I never had anything to do with that. They were co-defendants of the other thing. That he never did anything with those people. It was just the immigrant people.
Yeah, so no, I have the paperwork, my friend.
Oh, I don't. I never saw that. I'm just going based on what I know. And plus,
I still
like the guy.
You're just going.
This is all adult stuff, and I don't know anything about FBI and talking to people and shit like that. And by the way, that Brian James guy was an ex-Nazi, and he was trying to be opportunistic and jump into his leadership position. And everybody's like, he lies, he fucked up. He actually Nazified this other group. So I'm hearing all sorts of shit from people that I like the most, like people from Florida, like Bobby Vance.
Yeah, no one's talking about that guy becoming the leader. That guy was just saying a bunch of shit that's true shit. I don't care what his background was.
But they put into question what he said.
I told you that I have the paperwork on Enrique, and it ain't good. But you don't care about that because you have no backbone. So you're just like anyone's dog for a bone. And that's because you don't have a dad.
I still like him. Do you not like him?
No, I don't like Enrique Tarrio.
Oh, okay.
I don't like him because I have evidence that he snitched, and I don't like him because he took over a club with that in his background, thereby jeopardizing everything. If you're going to do that and you're going to sing like a bird for the feds, then you give up on all club leading. I mean, I don't know if the club can survive this major fuck up. He's permanently damaged it. But you still like him. I still love you, buddy. Still love you.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know. For some reason, it doesn't really bother me as much. I mean, I figured he was in a shitty
It wouldn't
spot.
bother me if I had no character.
And he had to do what he had to do.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to snitch sometimes.
At the time.
Yeah.
And it was just immigrant stuff, but as far as I knew.
As far as the guy tells you.
Yeah, I didn't know about the paperwork. I mean...
You don't care about the paperwork because you don't have a backbone.
Yeah.
Why didn't you ask for the paperwork?
I don't want to see paperwork. I don't know.
Exactly, you see?
And why does my opinion matter? See, that's another thing is like I'm okay with liking a guy who is disliked by a lot of people because
No, it's not
why does it
disliked.
matter?
This isn't like a band. This is someone who did something very wrong and you don't care.
I disapprove of his actions, but I don't use that to condemn people. And
What? If you don't condemn people by their actions, what's left?
Well, I mean, should we be condemned
For what?
for speaking freely and whatever like that? I mean, in the eyes
Wait. So now this show is the same as snitching to the feds.
in the eyes of others, what we're doing is wrong by existing. And,
Yeah, those people are wrong.
right. So I mean, well,
But I'm talking about court papers. I'm not talking about rumors or opinions.
so how many years after he did that and did his time and then whatever, like, is he redeemable? I mean, I still agree with the thing: don't start the club or don't join the club because you're damaged.
That's
goods.
the irredeemable part.
That's like I wouldn't join.
And I don't think being a snitch is ever redeemable. You don't do the crime if you can't do the time. The end.
True. Yeah.
That's why I don't do crime. Because if I was facing 18 years or snitching, I wouldn't be able to resist. So I don't do crime. You know, I women who fuck over my friends. I feel like you'd still be friends with the guy's ex-girlfriend.
I think you're just making shit up at this part. I think you got this mountain of you're just connecting dots that just to get this image, but it doesn't make sense to me what I'm hearing.
Are you
Like,
friends with your friend's ex-girlfriend?
No, in the red bar no. I don't even know a situation where that would even kind of come up. I don't even talk to
See,
my
your
friend's
problem, Ryan, though,
girlfriend.
is you can't learn. So you could walk into a wall and I'd say, I told you that wall was there. And you go, no, I didn't really walk into the wall. I was just going near the wall and I kind of touched it with my nose. So you could never take any information into your head.
Maybe you're right.
You're never wrong.
I mean, but I know what I know my past is misconstrued by you. That's what I know that.
No, the red bar thing was crystal clear. Keith made it very clear.
From the outside, I mean,
And you did nothing
as
wrong.
A person,
you were awesome.
As a person,
I even remember you
as
confessing.
a person whose innocence exists in the nuance of context and like, I said this. Technically, you said I hate niggers, but it was in a greater context. Like when you look at any of my appearances on that show, I refused to talk shit about anybody.
Yeah,
and
you shouldn't have appeared on the show.
I set the record straight. No, not appearing on a show. That's like saying Cornell shouldn't have been on your show because you're a Nazi man or something. You know what I mean? Like the optics.
No. If Cornell,
His optics and
if
yours
I
were
had fucked
identical.
over Cornell's friends, then no, Cornell should not have been on my show.
But what if actually you do talk shit about his friends, all of his liberal friends.
That's totally different. You're
Okay.
talking about an entire philosophy.
This is before-
I'm talking about one company, one brand, one family.
This is before he messed with Deep Discount. And it was a series.
No, you hung out on that show after the deep discount diss. And you told me that you felt
Perhaps.
bad about it, and you told me that you just didn't want to rock the boat. So one of
Yeah,
my main
also,
sources for all this
that's true.
is you. You told me you chickened out.
That also is true, but I did my like the best I could to try to like be an ambassador for Compound Media and like
Ambassador. Do you even believe the shit that you say?
No, I mean I wasn't sitting there like
What were you going to do? Broker a deal?
No,
You're going to
but-
become friends again?
It was giving a voice to the people at Compound Media in some respect.
Giving a voice?
In some respect, it was like, all right, well, this is the guy
No,
from
but
Compound.
it was a divorce. It was over. When a couple gets divorced, you don't have to hang out with the ex-wife to give the ex-husband a voice or be an ambassador. The divorce was set in stone.
Yeah, maybe I do have a thing where I need to be personally wronged by somebody in order for me to X them from my life. Like my friend Lamb Chop stole one of my friend's parents' wedding rings to buy heroin. This was years ago, but the whole town doesn't talk to him after that.
But you did.
Me and him would still become friends because he got clean. He got clean. I mean, he regretted what he did, and he wanted to commit suicide for it. And he never wronged me, and we had like a symbiotic relationship. We would smoke weed.
Did he
he'd
pay
drive
them
me to
back?
work. No.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't think he really was employed. I would pay him to drive me to work. So But
Why wasn't he employed?
I think he was
Get a job at
redeemable.
McDonald's and pay back the wedding ring.
And a lot of people that, by the way, that are like, that claim to be Christian, like all the Groypers and Zoomer guys too, judging people based on being homos and race mixing and stuff like that. That's really non-Christian stuff, to judge people's activities and what they do. And yet again, not forgiving people. It's not my job to condemn
I
or
will
forgive.
totally forgive that guy when he pays them back the wedding ring.
It's not my place to, I mean...
Yes, it is.
So I'm judging, you're not good until you pay back other people? Like what?
Yeah.